Hi guys, welcome back to Login Register Angular video, and in this video I'm going to show you that how we will do this add things. Okay, in the last video we installed Angular as well as set up the project. Okay, now in this video I'm going to add some code from here. So before that, let's do one thing. Let's add Bootstrap. Okay, so in our project, so the code is npm install bootstrap and then save. So press enter and bootstrap will be installed into our project. Okay, so this is installed now. Now ng serve, and then one more thing we need to do here. Let's go to Angular JSON file here. Remember, in this file, and then let's go to here and then put comma and then this one. Remove this. That means we are providing the path, okay, into our application, this Angular.json file. That's compiling, and then let's press here. Once that is done, then it should reflect here. Okay, so our project is started here. Now let's create this add component here. So this is the code. Here I've used this bootstrap class. Okay, column md6 user container h1 tag h2 tag here, then text center, okay, and add user. The main thing is from here. So form group, add form, and then this is the function ng submit. So when we will press add button, then this function should be called, which we will create in this component.ts file. And ultimately here, input type text form control. Remember, here the form control should be in camel case, form F small and then C capital, here N capital, then username placeholder, and then name username, the same thing in class form control. So this thing, the same thing I have repeat here for password and for first name and last name, also the same code. And then here last name, and finally here I've added one salary. Okay, so input type name is here, number. Now corresponding to this, we need to add here code, or else it won't work. Here you can see it is not so right click on this and then inspect element. If you check in the console, you will see that the first error is, okay, so first thing is that if you get this kind of error, particularly this form group isn't non-property of form group, so you understand that you need to add a code into your app.module.ts file here. You need to import forms module from @Angular and then forms, this one. after importing from here, so forms, remember F capital, then module from Angular forms, and after that you need to call that here inside imports here. Okay, so now it's saved, and then we need to also call here reactive forms because we have used reactive forms here. So here this form group, it is saying that since you don't worry about this form, so we need to include reactive form also. So here this one, because we are using reactive form, that's why. So here comma and then this one. Now let's refresh it and check here. Okay, so we need to add here router also. So where is our router part? This one here. So curly braces here, and then so this one is for home page. Okay, and then here will be add, and corresponding to that we need to write here add component, this one, and we need to import here. So it is imported now. So let's try to open here. This is the home page, and then slash, if I put here add, oh sorry, yeah, we are getting this error because we need to put code inside our TS file also. So we don't have written anything so far into our TS file, that's why it's not opening here. So let's go to this file, and we need to add some code inside this add component.ts file. So first we need to add this code here, form group. We need to import this here, so form group, and then this form builder also we need to import here. So not this one, form builder. We need to here also form builder. F capital will be form builder. Okay, and then here inside constructor we need to call form private form builder, then here this form builder. Okay, so we have created this instance of this form builder from this form builder, and now we need to add validators also. So here one more class has been added. It will become actually here. So 3 classes we have called here: form group, form builder, and validators. So here you can see we are creating here form group. Okay, So this dot add form. So what is this add form? This add form is an instance of this add form is an instance of form group. So what is this form group? This form group. Okay, so we are creating an instance of this form group to add form. Okay, so that's why we have written here, no, this not in this file, actually in this one here, add form group. So we created an instance, an object, and then here there are fields ID, username, password, first name, last name, age, and salary. Remember, which is very important, that it is case sensitive and the name of all these fields should be exactly same age here. First name, username, first name, last name, email, first name, last name, salary, age, and salary. Okay, so all these should be exactly same. So name of these fields, okay, this salary or age, the form control name and this name should be exactly same here. And now this is validator, so it is all the fields are required. I'm not putting any other validations here, like it should be 5 characters, or it won't accept number and all that. So validation is a different part, so I'm not going to concentrate on that. So rather than that, because our purpose of this video is different, okay, to show you that how you can create, login, and register. So that's it. Now let's try and check whether it's working or not. Yeah, so as you can see that it is displaying here. So we need to remove all these things, this one. So these are coming from app.component.html file from here. So let's go into the bottom section. It must be somewhere here. So let's delete everything, these things, we don't require these. Okay, now save it, and we can see this form. So we will add here this code. Further code we will write later here. More code will come here. Okay, so simply just I'm putting this function as placeholder. Why? Because we have declared this function here on submit. Okay, so here, and then let's write here something like console.log and then function is working. Okay, so now let's write something here. First name, password, username, password, last name, age, something, salary, that much, and price. So here you can see form submission is working. That means the form is getting submitted. But if you want to show here a value, in that case you'll have to write here, just you need to change the code here, this dot add form dot value, this dot add form dot value. Now let's write username, new password until 34 Umar, sorry guys, Rahman, age 30, salary, oh I don't have that much salary, yeah, add user. Okay, so here you can see the data is passing now perfect in a JSON format. So currently we don't have any ID, that's why it is displaying null here, so that's fine for the time being. Username, password, first name, so the data is passing from your form to TS file, and later we will add here code for, we will subscribe here the service. Okay, so for the time being our this add form is ready. Now we will create database C drive 72. So my XAMPP is installed into this folder in my C drive and XAMPP. So I'm just starting this. I assume that you have XAMPP installed into your computer, and so after cleaning you can see there's Apache and MySQL. We will start from here. Okay, so here I can see XAMPP and MySQL has started, the service has started. So let's just minimize it, and then inside this htdocs folder we will create login register. You can see I have a lot of things already here, so I'll name it as Angular login register. Okay, so now inside this I will place files. So here I have file here, connect.php. Let's open this file, and then so this is for DB connection, database connection of PHP file. So here is localhost root, and then Angular login register. So let's create a database of this name, Angular login register. So let's go to here, and then localhost PHP MyAdmin, PHP MyAdmin, and then Angular, where is your file? Angular login register. Okay, we need to create here actually Angular login register here. Okay, so our database name is this one. Now click on create. So our database is now created. If you want to test now localhost, then this is our folder name, and then connect.php. Okay, so everything is fine, that's why there is no error. That means our database is connected successfully. Now our first task is that when we click on this user, then our data should enter here inside here. Okay, so let's create a table called register. Okay, so how many fields will be there? ID 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, total will be 7 fields here. So create it at here 7 fields, right? Now click on go. So ID, and then click here as auto increment and then go. So primary key and auto increment, and then user name, so it will be varchar 255, then password varchar 255, then first name varchar 255, last name again varchar here 255, this one also, and then there is age, it will be integer, so and salary also, so it can be double or float also. So double. Okay, now let's click on this save button. Now a table is created. Just simply ignore it. So if you click on the structure, then you can see here this is the structure of our table created here. Now we need to write a code for that, so I have a code. So rather than writing the whole code, I have already a project, so just I copy it from there and I'll make modification here. Okay, so these two lines will be same. This one is for connection, and here we are getting file content. Okay, and then this post data is not empty in that one, that case, so this will be, so simply I'll write here user name, and then also request username. Okay, so rather than this, let's copy paste. So there will be username, then password, and here also password, and then first name, so here 2 will be first name, last name, first name, last name, age, salary. First name, here will be last name, here also, here age, and then here age also, and then salary. Okay, so now similarly here in place of students, our table name is register. Okay, and then let's copy from here, its username, then password, then first name, and then let's copy paste it, first name, last name, first name, last name, first name, last name, first name, last name, and then last name, age, and then age, then salary. Okay, so these are our fields. So similarly in the value section, here will be username, password, then first name, last name, age, salary. First name, last name, age, and then salary. Okay. Oh, there are 2 times here. No, it's comma, and this one will be also comma 1 time, and there will no comma in the last. First name, last name, username, password, first name, and this will be last name. Dollar, last name, dollar, email, sorry, no email, don't type email here, it's age, dollar, age, and then dollar, salary. Okay, so that's it. Alright, now we need to work on, so from this form, when we'll submit this form, it should enter and into here, and the data should display here. But for that, we need to work on service. If you remember, we had created here a service. Service, where is it? Here services. Okay, so this one. So inside this, we need to write HTTP client code so that we can connect and fetch from database API. So inside this service file here, service.ts, we will write this code for creating the user. And one more thing, but before that, let's do one thing. This observable we will have to call. So now import this observable from RSJS. So what is observable? This observable is class of RSJS library. Okay, and then here this user. All right, and also this HTTP. So we need to write here code. So first of all, we need to import here this HTTP client. Okay, and then in constructor we'll have to write private HTTP, then HTTP, and then this HTTP client instance. Okay, so here, okay, mistakenly I put 3T. So HTTP. Now this error is also gone. Now let's create a model, okay, a class. Control C, Y, and then NGGC, NGG class. We are going to create class NGG class, then user. Okay, so let's name it as model, then inside that user. Okay, so the model is created here inside model. Okay, now we will import that. Import user from model inside that user. Okay, so our second error, this user is also gone. Now so let's create one more class, say API response. Okay, API response. We are creating another class inside a model. Okay, so now similarly we will have to import that one also. So if I try to, yes, this one is also resolved. And now one more thing here, this base URL we will have to define. Oh, sorry guys. So constant const base URL equals to, we will write here API URL, right? So our API URL is this one. Okay, and semicolon here. Okay, it's content const keyword. Alright, so base, this is our base URL. Okay, so and then base URL here will be, and then here base URL plus will be insert.php. So this is our service, and this create user returns this observable. Okay, observable API response. This one is, so this API response actually will be an array. Okay, so now we need to make modification in this code, and here we need to write this code, this dot API service. So what is API service actually? So rather than API service, our name is service.services. So here I will call it here API service colon, and then service let me check its class name. So inside this, the class name is, sorry, not that one, yeah, our class name is this one, service. Okay, the same thing we will call here, right? And then we need to import this. Okay, so this service is inside our service folder. So rather than that, simply I will put do dot, that's it. Let me check. Dot here service, inside this, here this one. Alright, so we have called this API service. One second. And also we need to import the router, declare router. 1 second. For this router we need to also call here router. Semicolon, then so single quote, right? It's not necessary actually. So router, here also need to write here router and then this router. So this one, and then here will be view, because our router name is view. So there is still error here. Okay, so okay, here I need to write private. Okay, private, then API service, and here also private, sorry, now the error is gone. So after adding the value it will go to, so what is this create user? Actually this create user has been defined inside here, this function. Okay, actually this observable. So now let's run this and then ng serve. Now let's go to here and then there seems to be something wrong. So what's the error? Okay, one more thing, if you get this kind of error, null injector error, static injection HTTP client, in that case inside app module you need to import HTTP client module. So let's go to here in app module, here you need to include HTTP client module. So import HTTP client module from HTTP, let's see, somewhere forms. Okay, need to call from, not for forms actually, it is from common then HTTP. Common then HTTP. Okay, alright, and then also I don't know why it's a single quote. Okay, it's not an error at all. Okay, so now here comma will be, and then we need to call this one here in imports. Okay, expected here line, let's miss here. Oh, it will not comma, semicolon will be here. Alright, it's done now. So now here add, right, so username Umar, then password Rahman 123, password 12345, first name Umar, Rahman, age 50, and then salary, anything. Here, add user. So you're getting an error, this course origin. Okay, so we need to add a code here, this HTTP code, HTTPS. So under this it is defined that this localhost URL will be allowed to operate this file. Normally what happens actually, the API is in different server, okay, and your Angular application is in different server. So this is called cross origin response. Okay, so normally since two server applications are unknown to each other, that is why you have to specify the URL. Normally what happens when you upload on the real server, in that case here the domain name is provided here. Okay, the domain name. For example, my Angular application is on, say, www.acesoftech.com. In that case, here I will write something like this. HTTP will have to provide here HTTP. So this application can access only this domain and no other domain. So this is a kind of permission. Okay, so since we are using here localhost, that is why, and this 4200 this port number, that's why we have to specify this. So access control and all these things are here, put delete options will be allowed here. So now let's try again to add. And one more thing, if you are still getting this error, then you need to also verify here one thing by right clicking if the URL is perfect or not. So copy and then sometimes what happens, if this URL is wrong, then also you get that kind of error. Okay, so server error. So somewhere there is problem in my htaccess. So let's check here. Okay, I forgot this. No? If there is any error in your htaccess file, then normally you get this error 500 code. Okay, so that means my this code is perfect. That's why, or else it would show me that 404 code. Now let's get back to here and try to add here again. So now it is working perfectly, but there is some error in my PHP code. So to test here what is the error, what you need to do, let's go to network and then click on add user, and now click on this. So as you can see, it is displaying here 201 error, not 200. If it is 200, that means sorry, everything is perfect. So there is some error. So now what's the error? We need to check it into so let's go to check here, insert. So that means HTTP response we are getting 201. So it looks like it's fine. Alright, so now let's go to here and click on this and then check here on response. Alright, so click on response and then you can see what's the error. So undefined property std class $first name. Okay, so let's see here what's the error. $first name here, $request. So after decoding, let me print it, print R, and then delete it, then again. Okay, so we are getting this data here. So okay, somehow our name is first name, last name. Alright, and we are trying to access here through different name here, username, password, that's right. So how it is different? It is different because we have given a different name here. You can check here, username, password, first name, last name, like this. Okay, so similarly we need to change here in our PHP part also first name, right? So let's do one thing, remove this one, last name also. Here it is fine, because remember, no, it's not fine actually. Here we need to change also, right? But here it's fine, right? Because it is related to database, the field's name. Okay, so what field's name? If you go to here, there you can see structure, then we have given first name, last name, underscore, that's why here it is fine in this case. But this one is value coming from here, that's why. Now once again let's go to here and try to add from here, remove this, and once again try to add. So still there is some error. Still class last name, first name, so somehow N is capital, somehow last name here N is capital, and age is fine, salary is also fine. So let's see where it is. Username, password. Okay, here it is different, the name here, first name and last name, right? The form control name is different, that's why. This name and this name should be same, right? But the form control name can be different, so I don't think that it is required actually. So simply we can give form control name also same. Okay, and here last name also. Rest of the things are okay. So we need to refresh it, but it is automatically refreshed. Now let's fill the form again. Username Umar 1234, then first name Umar, man, age 13, salary, anything. And now let's click on network and press add user. So now let's see what's the error. Still showing somewhere first name and last name. Now it's but going fine. Still it's going first name capital. First name and second. First. Oh, but I have changed this, didn't I? First name. Did I really change that? Yeah. Oh, I changed it with capital first name, not a small one. Okay, not a problem. So now if I'm getting this kind of here, the first name N capital, right, and for last name also N capital, so simply I can do here first name, then I'll simply press here name, first name capital, then here also the last name N capital. Now it shouldn't have any problem, right? So now it is going fine. So let's do one thing. Go to PHP file, and here let me remove this printer, and then let's check it again. So this time response. Now let's check here also. Yeah, the data is answering here, right? So let's check it again. Click on delete in here. So let's add again 201 in here, check. So it is adding perfectly. Now after adding, let's come here. We have added here one view in our add component.ts here. Alright, so view. So now in the router we need to provide this view. Okay, let's copy it again, and then here will be view, and then view component, this one, and then we need to import this as well here. Now it's fine. Let's go to here and delete once again the value here, and let's add here more 1 2 3 4 5 1 3 add you here. So now it is working perfectly. After adding, it went to view section. So that's it, guys. And as you can see, now our add section is working perfectly. And in the next video I will show you the list, that how this list will work. One more thing I forgot, I have changed one here, that how this bootstrap is working here. So let me show you. Let's go to here, and then app.json file, right here I have changed this. So please note that this file should be, the path should be like this, okay, where it is written styles, then comma, and then this path need to be add, so that it will work your bootstrap. So okay, so in the next video I will show you that how we will work on view page. So thanks for watching.